guys, welcome back to the channel. And as I had mentioned previously in my last video on moto camping food prep, I'm going to take some time this video to talk a little bit about what gear we brought on our bikes on our most recent moto camping trip. So first off, I'll talk about the camping gear. Now, as some of you may know, I had plans to hike the PCT back in 2020, and so I've actually collected a fair amount of backpacking gear. And this gear works really well for motorcycle camping as well because it's small and it's lightweight. It's easy to fit in the small luggage that I have on my bike. The tent we used was the Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL two-person tent. This is the 2019 version. This includes the Rainfly and the Footprint. Next, we have our sleeping pads. Keith carries the X-Bed Pump sleeping pad, and I carry the Therm-a-Rest Neo Air X Lite sleeping pad in the short version. Next, we have our pillows. We both carry the Therm-a-Rest compressible pillow, mine in blue and Keith's in bird print. I have them both here to show the full pillow as well as how small it compresses down. This is definitely a luxury item, but it's super worth it. Next, we have my Enlightened Equipment Revelation 10-degree quilt. I have this stored in an 18-liter Granite Gear compression dry stuff sack, which works really well to, compress it down so that it fits in the luggage nice. Keith also has an Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt. His is a 20-degree bag instead of a 10-degree bag like mine. Next are our camp chairs, both REI Co-op Flex Light chairs. While we did use these chairs a couple nights on our trek, they were voted most useless piece of gear for our trip, and they may not make the cut next time due to the amount of room they take up in the luggage and the fact that we often stayed someplace with a picnic table where we could sit anyway. All right, and then next I will quickly go over the food and cooking equipment. I go into more detail on all these items in my previous video on the food we brought, so if you want to know more about the food in the stuff sack, you can check that video out here. The Z-Pack's big food bag is carrying 4 nights worth of dinners and 6 days worth of lunches for 2 people. Outside of the Z-Pack's food bag, we packed 6 days worth of breakfast and some snacks. For cooking equipment, we have 2 Yeti insulated cups, 2 cold soaking jars, a Snow Peak titanium cook cup, which held the BRS stove, lighter, and a fuel canister, and we also carried an extra fuel canister. 2 titanium long handle spoons, a small container of Celtic sea salt, an MT Knives neck knife with the Kydex sheath, a Katadyn bee-free water filter, and an REI camp towel. All right, and then next I will go over clothing and toiletries. I brought an extra trail outfit besides the one I started on the trail with, an extra tank top and pants, extra underwear and socks, plus a beanie. I also brought a pair of shorts and a tank top for town as well as a swimsuit. We both carried a pair of flip-flops on the outside of our luggage, sleep top and bottoms, sleeping socks, which I didn't end up using, another pair of underwear, a toiletry bag with shampoo, conditioner, face wash, sunscreen lotion, contacts, toothbrush, and toothpaste. My poop kit, which contains my Deuce No. 2 UL Backcountry Trowel, an ultralight portable bidet by Kulo Clean, and hand sanitizer. I also have a ditty bag of random necessities like Band-Aids, Neosporin, matches, bug spray, sleeping pad, patch kit, and a pen with some Leuko tape wrapped around it. My Mac and Cheese Cooler pea cloth, glasses case, and a bag of earplugs for the stretches of highway ride that we needed to traverse. Pretty unnecessary, but that's what we ended up bringing with us. Next, I'll go over the tank bags and electronics. Both of us picked up new tank bags for this trip. My last tank bag was not even attached to the tank and it didn't work very well, so I ditched it and I got this Wolfman waterproof Enduro tank bag, which worked awesome. Keith picked up the Moscow Moto Nomax tank bag, which had a 2-liter hydration reservoir in it, which came in very handy. On our helmets, we both had a GoPro Hero 8 camera with the microphone adapter, along with Purple Panda lapel mics for better sound capture. I also brought along a chest mount for the GoPro, but it didn't end up getting used. And then you gotta have your emergency communicator in the event you end up in a sticky situation. Thankfully, we didn't need it, but we had our Garmin inReach on hand. Wall outlets for charging and cords for the phones, cameras, and various other electronics. We both had a USB adapter for our auxiliary power outlets on our bikes, which we used to charge our phones while we rode. 2 portable battery chargers, a Big Agnes Mountain Glow tent lights, and a Nightcore rechargeable headlamp. In addition to these items, I also carried a Low Pro backpack, which holds my Mavic Pro drone, and its accessories like the controller, charger, extra battery, extra propellers, and camera filters. Next is our toolkit and tire repair items. I carried the Wolfman fender bag, and Keith carried both sets of spare tubes. The fender bag had some trouble staying on the bike, however, and we nearly lost it twice on the trail. After it fell off the fender on the first day on the trail, I decided to strap it to the top of my Moscow Moto Stinger tail bag, and then we unknowingly lost it again on day 3, but we're lucky enough to have some trail angels watching over us, and they caught up to us before heading into Wenatchee for the night and returned the bag once more. I definitely made sure it was tightly strapped down after that for the rest of the trip. Inside the fender bag was tube patches, wrench and 2 sockets, 22-inch for the front axle and 27-inch for the rear, tire spoons, tire gauge, tire plug tools, rubber cement, and zip ties and tire plugs. Not pictured here was our battery-powered tire pump, which didn't come in handy for us, but was helpful for our motorcycle pals that we came across on day 1. After watching them repair their flat, I can vouch for its usefulness though, and it will definitely come with us on our next trip. All of this went into our Moscow Moto soft luggage. Keith's is an 80-liter Reckless, and mine is a 40-liter Reckless. In addition to all this, we had a Rotopax fuel container that carries 1.75 gallons of fuel. Unlike last trip on the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route, neither of us ran out of fuel, and the extra fuel ended up being unnecessary, but it's nice to have just in case. All right, guys, so that was all of the gear that we had with us on our moto camping trip on the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route. I'd love to know down below if you feel like there was anything missing from our kit, or if you have any questions about any of the gear that I mentioned here. Feel free to leave me a question, and I would love to get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.